I'm Kris Hagan. For those who don't know, I've been a language coach for many years. In my career, I've taught a wide variety of people, from famous singers and radio presenters to doctors, uni students, and yes, even desperate housewives trying to find an English lover. I've finally decided to share my thoughts, tips and tricks with the world. Also check out my YouTube channel if you want to see my ugly mush. So let's kick off this podcast with a great jingle.
Doesn't matter where you are, in the car or at the bar. Here for you comes in your ears, another word for thanks is cheers. Here's the new kid from the block, here for you around the clock. Shining all his English tips, Kris
is an anagram of risk.
Kris.
Hello and welcome to this week's podcast. I want to get started immediately with a little bit of...
And I beg you to fix it.
Okay, the thing I want you to fix this week is I want you to learn the difference between cushion and pillow. What's the difference? Okay, they look pretty much similar and they're basically used in almost the same way, but a pillow is the rectangular shape, normally the rectangular shaped thing that you put on your bed where you rest your head at night, what you sleep on top of. Your head rests on top of it as you're sleeping. Whereas a cushion you find not on your bed, well, in some fancy places, some fancy houses, they put cushions, scatter cushions they call them, all over the bed. Them things you have to throw off before you actually get in the bed. But a cushion you actually find on a sofa normally, or on a chair, which is more like a square shape, but these days it can be round, they can be oblong, they can be any shape that you wish. There's also them nice fancy Scandinavian ones that are like in a knot. That is a cushion. So a cushion is what you find on a sofa, which has got padding inside it. There can be different shapes, different colours, especially if you go to IKEA. Woohoo! Shout out for IKEA. Or IKEA if you live in Italy. Yeah, all my Italian students have just gone, that's what you said. Okay, so a pillow is on the bed where you rest your head and sleep, and a cushion is on your sofa. Yes, you can rest your head on it, but sometimes you put your behind your back, under your legs. It depends what you're doing, really. But you can also sleep on it as well. But if it's on a sofa, it's called a cushion. And if it's on a bed, it's called a pillow. So fix it.
Just a bit of adverts.
Want to sound more native? Then Say It Right is the course for you. Our course teaches you all the things you didn't know existed, which will make you sound just like a native speaker. Get in touch for more details at info@krishagan.com or go directly to our shop, www.krishaganshop.com. Yes, even you can sound native.
Cute and fly, girl and guy, we will spy on your life. Cute and fly, never lie, and this is why we love Cutie and Pie.
We're back again with Cutie and Pie. Today, who's Cutie? Antonella's Cutie this week,
Cutie this
because
time.
always Jonathan.
And I'm Pie.
Okay, so because you're Cutie, I'm going to ask you some questions about your husband. So go away.
Bye-bye, American Pie.
I'm saying go away to Jonathan, not to Antonella, obviously, because she's still here. She needs to answer the question. So, I like that. Is it a good sound effect, or does it sound really bad on the... We'll find out when we listen to it. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. They're not really questions, they're like situations. Has he closed the door? Don't trust him. I'm going to ask you 3 situations that could happen and give you 3 choices of answers. You have to choose either A, B, or C.
Okay.
Okay, so first situation. If you found out that Jonathan used to be a stripper, how would you... you sound positive already. How would you react? A, ask him why he stopped because you'd like a fancier car. B, ask him for a private show. Or C, kindly send him on his way.
B.
You asking for a private show?
Of course.
Okay.
If he has this talent,
you said your mother
share.
If he has what?
If he has this talent, he should share.
You should share. I thought
With me,
you should check.
No. Yeah, and of course, I need
I could
to check.
imagine Jonathan's a really good stripper. Only imagine. Don't worry. Don't panic. Like we said before, your mother speaks only Italian.
Yes.
So we're safe.
We're safe.
Okay. So we have to send this immediately to Jonathan's mum. Okay. Number 2. If you see a certain Tanya, a girl called Tanya, calling his phone continuously, what would you do? I invented this name. It's not a true story, so don't panic.
Okay.
A, would you confront him and ask for an explanation? B, write down the number and call her to find out who she is and what she wants. Or C, not be bothered as you trust him 1,000%.
I think A, I would ask, I would be curious if it is, for example, a student or, a colleague.
And if
So-
he's vague about it,
That would be a red flag, right?
and then you would ring her anyway.
Well, I would try to understand what's going on.
But you would never actually take the number and try and phone the person without telling him.
No, I don't think it would
You'd
be...
wait for him to explain first what's going
I'm more
on.
an observer and then I act,
Attack
yeah,
after.
I'm not that impulsive.
Not like me. And third and final situation. If Jonathan cooked you a romantic meal and it was disgusting, would you A, tell him and order a takeaway, B, swallow and not complain, or C, knock it on the floor deliberately but so he thinks it's an accident and offer to make something yourself?
He's very sensitive, so I think I would try to tell him maybe through a joke that it is not for me.
So A, then you would tell
Because,
him...
he's very likely to like it.
Yes.
We have very different tastes.
Okay.
So-
So you'd blame yourself that it's not my cup of
Yeah,
tea,
he
basically.
he couldn't tell that it's not.
So you'd tell him that
Great.
you didn't like it. You would tell him.
Yeah, I could explain that combination of ingredients is
And
not
then you'd
my
make something and order a takeaway.
cup of
or
tea,
something.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine, good. Okay, Jonathan. Let's see if he thinks you would choose the same answers. We on toilet? Okay. Never. Okay, so I asked her 3 situations and gave her 3 answers, and you have to tell me which one you think she would choose.
She would choose. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So, if Antonella found out that you used to be a stripper, how would she react?
Angrily.
Okay. Would she, A, ask you why you stopped because she wants a better car? Or B, ask you for a private show? Or C, kindly send you on your way? In other words, there's the door.
B then C.
Okay.
That's an option.
It's an option.
I mean, I think it would be angry.
I never said you only
if
had to
choose.
choose one answer, actually. You could have done it in a
Yeah.
progression, in
I
a
mean,
series.
if I discovered that he still is a stripper and I didn't know, I would be
Yeah,
angry
I
and
wrote it
send
wrong.
him
I said
away.
used to be a stripper, yeah.
Yeah,
So if he
used to
was
be.
still a stripper, it would be a totally different situation.
Totally different, yes, for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a big secret that I wouldn't be comfortable with.
Anything to tell her?
If you were a stripper, I'd be okay with it.
What a surprise. Okay, so B and then C. She chose B. You chose B, no?
I chose
She
B.
asked for a private show.
Good.
Okay, and then probably you'd kick you out the door if you were still a stripper now. And I would agree with Antonella. Okay, if she saw a certain Tanya calling your telephone continuously, what would she do? What would Antonella do?
Okay.
Would she, A, confront you and ask who the hell it is? B, write down the number and call her to find out who she is without telling you? Or C, not be bothered as she trusts you 1,000%?
She is a jealous type, but she's also very trusting.
You're jealous?
Oh, yeah.
Never a guest.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at her sweet and innocent face.
But she knows that I could never be attracted to someone named Tanya.
In fact, I chose that name specifically, and I wanted to say something worse, but the people here, the producer here said, don't insult people called Tanya, but it's a proper
It's too late. I'm
trashy
sorry,
name. no.
Tanya.
Yeah. I think I have a niece called Tanya. Oh,
So
shit.
she would
Don't
definitely ask me who it was, not in a who the hell is that, and probably believe the answer because
care.
honestly,
Probably believe the answer.
Well,
That's
I
not
mean,
fair.
it must be for work because I have no friends, I have no life. I
You have
do
no
nothing.
friends? I'm
Yeah,
not like-
sorry, guys.
Your Stockholm syndrome. basically. So today you're let out. You took the ball and chain.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, you chose A. You said you'd confront him and ask who she was.
Yeah.
Okay. Third situation. If you, so you, Jonathan, cooked a romantic meal, okay, you set up the candles and everything, and she thought it was disgusting, what would she do? Would she tell you and order a takeaway? Or would she swallow it and not complain? Like a typical British person. Or would she knock it on the floor deliberately but accidentally and say, listen, I'll make something, it's fine.
I like C as an option, but she would probably choose B.
Swallow it and not complain.
Maybe make suggestions.
Why do you think she'd do that?
Because I've definitely made mistakes in the past, and I remember.
And she's never told you. Is that true? What was the last disgusting thing you made?
I wouldn't say disgusting, but we have different tolerance about spicy food, for example.
Okay. You're the spicy one, or he's the spicy
He is
one?
a spicy guy.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that case, it's true. I would just swallow it and then regret
And
it
drink
later.
a pint of milk after. Yeah. All right. But you actually chose A.
A, yeah.
She said she would tell
Make
you
suggestions.
delicately because she doesn't want to hurt your feelings. No?
Well, now
True.
that I know that's an option, good.
So now you can make a load of shit and it doesn't matter. Okay, good. Perfect. So you got 2 out of 3, no?
Yeah.
I wasn't
Pretty
actually
good.
checking, don't really care.
I feel
It's just
good
for
about
fun.
it. I feel
Okay.
good about it.
Very good. Thank you very much. I will see you next week.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks to Cutie. And bye! Just a bit of adverts.
Do you have Instagram? Everybody has Instagram these days. Go and follow all our accounts. Kris Hagan Media, Cirque Magazine, Kris Hagan Language Institute, and if you're interested in what I'm getting up to on a daily basis, The Real Kris Hagan. Also TikTok, Kris Hagan Official. Your daily dose of English is in your hands. Now this is the last podcast of January. I had you all worried there for a second. Just the last podcast of January. Hope you all had a wonderful... I sound drunk. You all. Do you remember the glide we did in the past with Go Ahead? Hope you all had a fantastic January and a good start to 2022. I'm freezing cold in my studio because I've still not understood how to heat the damn place up. So I will see you all next week because I'm blue. Jingle!
Doesn't matter where you are, in the car or at the bar. Here for you comes in your ears, another word for thanks is cheers. Here's the new kid from the block, here for you around the clock. Shining on his English tips, Kris
Is an anagram of risk.